Today we're at Dillon Park playing the 9-hole loop with nothing but whatever I get out of this mystery box here. All right, I'm not going to fake it. I know what's in this box. I opened it the moment I got it like a kid on Christmas. I went to a field and I did a couple test throws with them all. We're going to go through each disc really quickly, and then we're going to play 9 holes. The goal is 3 down when we start playing. In the box, we got 2 putters to start. We have a Rainmaker. I've never putt with Rainmakers. I've never thrown Rainmakers, but it does feel a little deeper than a normal P2 would. My throwing putter is starting to get too beat in though, so I might have to replace it with this. We'll see how it flies today. Maybe this makes a bag. Maybe this goes on the shelf for a rainy day. I don't really know. Don't know much about the Rainmaker. The second putter that was in the box was a P2, which I absolutely love. This is going to go right into the bag and stay in the bag. I don't have much to say about this other than it's always nice to get another putter. Next up is a Razor Claw 3. This goes really, really well with my attempting to find the best approach disc that I can. It fits right into that slot. It's a 4-speed, it's overstable, it has no turn to it. It handles torque really, really well. It's another approach disc to try. I'm currently on the Prodigy Distortion, the KJ Distortion, but I'm super excited for this. Fourth disc was an MD3, I think. Yes, MD3, a point and shoot mid-range. The numbers for this, I believe, are 5501, I think. Don't quote me on that. From the throwing that I did in the field, it flew wonderfully. I think one of them I turfed, but it does fly super straight. A little bit of finish to the end, not as much as overstable as a new Rock 3 would be or anything, and it's not going to flip up and over on you either. Next to the Buzz, it's got to be the most recommended mid-range that I have ever heard of, and I've just never convinced myself to bag one, but I've always wanted to try one. So when I pulled this out, I was super, super excited. How it goes today, we'll see. Maybe it makes a bag. Maybe it takes the spot of a slightly overstable, stable to overstable mid in my bag. I'm excited to throw this. I am super pumped that I got one of these. Up next is the Essence. Is an understable fairway driver and flies as such. If you're trying to throw it hard, you really got to release it on hyzer to get that nice flip up. It does have a finish to it, so it doesn't always just turn over and keep going. I am slowly starting to enjoy understable fairway drivers, finally figuring out how they fit into my bag and how they work. So just another one onto the shelf, into the bag, is going to be fun to try and figure out, and I'm excited. It's a little domey too. It's got a little bit of a dome to it. Next in the bag is an FD. Now, an FD has the weirdest flight numbers I've ever seen, 7601. For a little bit of time last year, I had one of these, and I found that it was a lot more overstable than advertised. But my couple throws that I threw with it in the field, I started realizing that I really like it, especially for those wide open shots. I don't know how well it's going to work for me for hitting straighter gaps, but it does have the float that is advertised. It feels nice. I'm really liking the feel of 6 and 7 speeds in my hand recently. I'm excited to see how this works. Is it as overstable as I remember? Maybe, maybe not. Next is an FD1. We're going up by 1 number. It is a little bit more overstable and less glidey. Now, this will take a spot in the bag if it's as overstable as I think it is. My Votum that's been in my bag for so long, tried and true, is slowly becoming a little bit understable. It still finishes hard, and it still is a little bit reliable, but it's not as reliable as it once was. And I'm hoping if this flies as advertised, that this will take its spot. It doesn't help you flipping up, and it does finish hard, which I'm super excited for. And it looks so cool. Second to last disc is a premium plastic DD3. Now, I had a DD3 in the bag in the first couple of videos I think it was in. It was my go-to distance driver forehand disc because it just flipped up and rode. In the couple times I threw this, though, this one proved to be a lot more overstable than my last DD3 I had. So it's yet again another overstable 12-speed in the bag. I love the 12, 5, -1, 3 discs. There's so many of them, and they all fly differently, which goes to show how reliable the numbers are. But it's good to have the DD3 back. We'll see how this flies today for us. And lastly, a new distance driver that I've never thrown until I was trying it out in the field is an Enigma. Almost like the DD3, except for it only has a 2 fade instead of 3. How it flies, though, is it's a little bit more understable than the DD3 ever was for me from this box. But I love the feeling of this disc as I was playing with it in the field, and I'm excited to see what it does for my game. Either way, that's all of them. Box is empty. I have emptied out my bag of all my normal discs so I can carry these around better. We're going to transfer them to the bag. We're going to get to T1, and we're going to try shoot a 3-down round with using only these discs. I have to use every disc at least once. Okay, a bunch of these baskets have moved position since the last time you saw them. This basket is now in its long spot. It's 351 feet through the tunnel. Got to get something far and straight. I don't know what I'm going to throw. We're going to go with the FD here. Why not? First hole, figure it out. See if this thing is as straight as it says it is. Yeah, that was pretty darn straight. That was a really good throw. I think it skipped to about 50 feet, but that's kind of to be expected with a fairway driver. There's a little hill on the ground, too, that kind of slopes away from the basket, so that's okay. Not a hole I really expect myself to birdie. Another big reason why I'm excited to make this video is I've had this box for about 2 weeks now, and I went to the field like the second day after I got it, and I threw those shots just to figure out what they did, and then I put them all back in the box, and I didn't touch them yet because I didn't want to put them into my bag before making this video. And then I got super busy, and I just haven't gotten around to making another video yet. And so all of these discs that I've really wanted to try have just been sitting in the corner of my room for the last couple of weeks, and I've been itching to play with them. So I'm pumped to finally make this video. Well, we got just past pin high. Rangefinder says 35 feet, so I'm going to step. My C2 putts have not been great recently. I'm really happy this came with a P2 because trying to figure out how to putt with another putter would suck. Oh, bummer. Those uphill bids in me don't get along very well, so I'm happy I got there. Okay, hole 2 has also moved to its longer positions, 237 feet. This tree plays dead center of where you want. You can take a forehand route, backhand turnover route, or the more dead straight hyzer flip route to the right. That's what we're going to do. We're throwing the MD3. Try to get this smoothed out. Little bit of finish at the end. That would be wonderful. I'm up there. I played it really tight to that tree, but oh well. Got to the basket. All right, we got another uphill putt. Fine cone. Geez, that almost spit right out the back. Birdie, though. I really like this disc. Hole 3 is 350 feet. Plays under this short little tree. Felt that one coming for like 3 minutes. All right, hole 3 is 350 feet. Plays through all these guardian trees. Going through the trees is not really an option. It's kind of poke and hope. I play the wide hyzer to skip towards the basket. We're going to be trusting the stability of this DD3 today. Kind of wish for a little bit more of a skip, but I think that's about 50 feet. All right, we're going to try to putt this one with the Rainmaker. Why? Because I feel like I have an equal opportunity of this going in with both of them, contrary to what I said on hole 1. My circle 2 putting has not been very consistent, so let's give her a try. Geez, that's got a little bit of glide to it. I was expecting that thing to drop a lot quicker, which would have made for a worse putt, but respect. Okay, hole 4 has changed up a little bit as well. It's 302 feet, hugs this side little creek ditch thing. Dead straight though, it goes diagonally across where the tee pad is facing, which is odd. Got to keep something low. We're going to try to play the backhand turnover with the Essence. I think it will work just fine. We'll see what this disc does. Oh, I hit the last guardian tree. I couldn't have drawn that throw up any better. That flew exactly how I thought it would and just nicked the last tree. Yeah, we got a putt. The way that was tracking, that looked to almost be an ace run. One little guardian tree. A birdie. Okay, hole 5 has also moved to its longer pin. It's 313 feet. Through those trees, over the OB Creek, and onto an island-esque green where the basket sits. It's not OB short of the creek, just the creek itself, and then all around the basket places out of bounds. I typically play the layup game here. If you lay up to where the shorts baskets are, it gives you about a 40-foot bid to the basket, and I think that's the safest play. We are doing well right now. 2 under through 4 is good. I don't want to take a bogey, so that's what we're going to do. We're going to go FD1 off the tee, super light, overstable, just get it to where the shorts are, hopefully give ourselves a pitch up par. Is that the boring play? Maybe, but I like to stick to my goals. Sue me. Very helpful little kick off that tree. A little bit of a low ceiling to deal with here. That's all right, though. We're going to give it a soft little nose up bid. The Rainmaker, let's see how this goes. Go in. Oh. That would have been nice. That's exactly how I always play that hole. I am A-okay with that. Our 6th hole, 229 feet. Plays dead straight. Very close to the little OB ditch, though. So, not too happy about that. We're going to go Razor Claw on the forehand. Really test the overstability of this thing on this throw. Oh, that's not great. That is a very, very safe throw, but doesn't play for birdie very well. On the topic of approach discs like this, I'm going to go ahead and say it right now. That Razor Claw is probably the most overstable out of all of them that I've thrown. Compared to the Zone, the Jawbreaker Zone, the Zone GT, and the Distortion, the Razor Claw, the 5th one I've attempted, quite overstable. Very reliable. It's not a complaint. It did just cut a lot more than I ever thought it would. We're at about 45 feet. I'm going to go with the Rainmaker again. It held up really nicely on hole 3. We're going to try it again. Just low again. That's all right. At least I'm not missing the basket. I hate missing the basket on those. Okay, our hole 7. UDIS says it's 328 feet. I think it's a little bit longer than that. Long forehand bomb. Got play to those trees, pass a little well there. Have something hyzer out. It can be a nice turnover as well. I won't lie. But I think the little yellow disc, what's that called again? The Essence that we got in this box, I think that's going to turn too quickly. Maybe? Nah, you know what? We're not going to throw the forehand. We're going to be risky. We're going to throw the backhand turnover with the Essence like we did on hole 4. It's got to get down there, though. I think I got to give this a little bit more hyzer. I'm going to move the camera. Okay, camera moved. Get this thing to flip up and over. That turns, it's wonderful. Ah, it's not turning enough. No! Ah! I should have went with the forehand. That might be out of bounds. All right, good news, bad news. Good news, we weren't out of bounds. Bad news is we have a very difficult shot ahead of us here. The question is, do we go backhand through this gap in front of us, overstable to the basket, or do we go forehand, which is an easier gap but results in a longer putt? That way, please. Don't roll. Okay, I think it stopped. Longer putt. Could I have hit this gap? I could have, and I went really, really far. What an very tight, interesting lie. Oh, there's a little salamander. That's cool. Sketchy. Okay, our 8th hole, 310 feet, I think. Place for the forehand, fairly wide open. Make it through the gap, something slightly overstable. We're gonna go with the Enigma. He's getting to me with the Enigma. Hopefully get this thing to flip up with the forehand. That's a large task with my weak forehand and a high-speed disc. Oh, it's so nose up. Yikes. I don't think I've done my forehand only round yet. I kind of did with that hole the last time I was here with that whole breaking down a course thing, which was fun. I enjoyed doing that. Highly suggest doing that if you're bored of normal disc golf. But a normal forehand only round is coming eventually, because that shot shows I need it. This would be a make for the ages, honestly. I genuinely believe that was in without that branch. That was such a nice line. Oh my gosh. That was robbery. Never, ever throw second throws. It's just heartbreaking every time. Ooh. Geez, that one stuck onto the hand a little bit. Okay, hole 9. Very poke and hope hole. 165 feet through the tight gap up and to the right. Going back to the razor claw. It's more overstable than I think. I gotta tell myself that. Let's get this. We need this to hit our goal. Go that way. Oh, I think that will putt. Thank gosh. I think I might have been in the way of that flight. I forgot I was filming. Oh, I get way too emotionally invested in these stupid rounds. Ah, this is all thorns. Ah, ow. Coming in clutch with the last throw. All right. That was my take on the mystery box challenge. It was a lot of fun. I like a lot of these discs. I really like the Essence more than I thought I would. The understability of it worked great for me today. I didn't trust it as much as I should have on, what was that, hole 7? That's okay. I really liked it. I really like how they feel in the hand. The Rainmaker really surprised me with how floaty it was. The MD1, the mid-range, was incredible. A good handful of these discs, I think, are going in the bag. I'm really excited to keep playing with them. I'm really excited to get this video out. It was a fun one to make. I hope you enjoyed it. Request, I don't know what to, for punishments for these sorts of videos. Like, if I didn't make the line, I feel like there should be something negative that I have to do, but I don't know what that is. I'm not creative enough to think of that. So if you have a good idea, let me know in the comments, and I'll try to figure something out. Anyway, that's all I got today. I appreciate you watching. Thanks for coming around. I gotta get some water. See ya.